like to call this meeting to order, the meeting of the School Board Trustees for the School District of Mystery Lake. It's Tuesday, October, I wish. It is Tuesday, February the 28th, 2017. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Regrets? We don't have any regrets tonight. Good. Approval of the agenda. You have the agenda in front of you. Are there any additions to the agenda? Any additions to the agenda? Okay, we'll get a motion to pass that agenda. Trustee Oliveira, seconder. Trustee Lychuk, all in favor of the agenda being approved? Thank you very much. The motion is passed. Adoption of the minutes from our last meeting, which was held on February the 14th. Are there any errors or omissions in those minutes which are before you? No, seeing none, we will have a motion to approve the minutes as presented. Trustee Land, seconder. Trustee Lychuk, all in favor? The motion is carried. Thank you. Delegations. I don't think we have any delegations this evening. Okay. Business from previous board meetings. I don't think we have any of that either. We'll move on to the Superintendent of Human Resources and Policy. Ms. Bartlett, please.
I've provided you with a written report. As you can see, there are a few positions that have been posted, a few positions that have been awarded. I was in attendance at a number of district and community events. One particular event that I'd like to highlight was that I was at the University of Manitoba. Myself and the Vice Principal of High School, Ms. Scallion, went to the recruitment fair at the University of Manitoba. They have an education career fair, so essentially it's for the education students. There was a number of interested or prospective teachers that came. Some of them aren't always, a lot of them, some aren't in their 5th year and are ready to graduate, but I mean, they certainly were coming to the booth and asking for information about our community, about our district. We did, myself and Ms. Scallion interviewed 13 5th-year students, and as a result of our recruitment effort, I'm happy to say that we've hired ourselves a home economics teacher with a human ecology degree. The young lady accepted the position today, so yeah, very pleased about that. It's difficult, sometimes it can be a difficult position to fill. So thus far, I did offer a few other positions in some specialty areas and waiting for some responses. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to Superintendent of Educational Services and Programming, Ms. Henderson.
Okay. Written report at the end of the month, so sorry. The meetings that I attended, I went to the principals meeting, accessibility meeting, some pub training, public relations. Pub?
Okay,
Yes.
I thought you said pub, and I was just wanting the public to realize that we're not doing pub training yet.
And I should clarify, it wasn't a meeting at the hub. It was a pub's community-centered meeting. February was I Love to Read month. We are now, I believe, the last day of February, so I hope that everybody had a chance to get into classes and read. I had the chance to go into 4 classrooms, the 3 at Westwood and 1 at Juniper School. And I just have to say that at 3 of the classes, I did read this book that is called When We Were Alone. And this is part of our commitment to the Truth and Reconciliation. This is a real gentle read for students to be introduced to the topic of residential schools. So I read the story to grade 1, I read the story to grade 4, and I read the story to grade 7. And great conversations at each level. There was a lot of really good questions by the school. So whichever classroom I read in, I left the book. I have a couple more if anybody's interested. And the author is David Robertson, and David Robertson is actually from Manitoba. His father is Dr. Don Robertson, who originates from Northern House. So that's, and I don't get any commission from that book, but it is a really good read. I attended PAX. I didn't attend PAX training. I attended the opening of the PAX training yesterday, and the conclusion today. I brought greetings on behalf of the district. And PAX is all about, it's through Healthy Child Manitoba, And it's all about the good behavior game, and I'm sure that everybody has seen a little bit of it on the news and the benefits and the long-term benefits for students around mental health and wellness. And I was pleased with the turnout. We had 60 teachers from across the north, teachers from MFNERC schools, which are reserve-run schools. We had our Frontier Friends there, and we had teachers from the school district, Mr. Lake, and we even had a teacher in from Iqaluit, which is absolutely amazing. So my question to her was, how did you get to Thompson? It's quite a ride. So she's going to take the plane to Winnipeg, she's going to take the plane from Winnipeg to Ottawa, then Ottawa to Iqaluit.
Wow.
So I made sure we gave her our district blanket, because I thought it was fantastic. She really liked being at Thompson. So,
Down south.
yeah, but they probably don't have snow. But so anyways, I had a meeting after that with the organization, with PAX, and next steps for us is they were really pleased to present the training in Northern Manitoba. They've never been to Thompson. They were pleased with Thompson. They were really pleased with the school. So now next steps for us is where are we going to take PAX? Traditionally, it's something that we had used with grade 1 teachers, and we had been requesting to have our grade 2 teachers train. And now they're telling me PAX is actually something you can use from kindergarten to high school. So I think for us, it's going to identify the schools. We'll start with our K-8 schools and move forward with that. This morning, we had a AHEC meeting, which is the Adolescent Health, in regards to the youth behavior survey, and I know that people were wondering the status of that survey. So I've asked the AHEC committee to present at the April 11th board meeting. So there'll be a public presentation with the results on that. That's it for me.
Any questions of Ms. Henderson? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to 7.1 on our agenda regarding an international student. We were talking about this at our last meeting, and I guess we'll pass a motion regarding this. I suppose we should, unless you want to give some background first.
I think everybody received the background information.
Okay.
I met with the uncle, just told him that one's looking for academic, one's looking for vocational program, both grade 12 students, and just basically that we were not able to provide the extra supports if they were required. And he reassured me that that would be no issue, that he'd be able to provide that. So there is a recommendation.
Okay. So the motion that the international students be given approval for admittance to RB Parker Collegiate, dependent on the proper documentation being completed. Okay, so somebody like to move that? Trustee Land, seconder. Trustee McDonald, all in favor of that motion? Okay, sorry.
We have to wait until our June 30th financial statements are completed. Then it is based on the categorical and provincial funding from the prior year to move forward to calculate the current year.
So I gave the uncle the tuition for this year, so he knows ballpark figure. Yeah. And the other thing I should note is, I see that they're twins, but I think that they should have their own acceptance recommendation. It shouldn't have been for both. So
Well, I don't have any names, and I don't want to say them out
Yeah.
loud or anything.
okay.
Okay, so, okay, any more questions, Sandra? Okay. Okay, all in favor of the motion, trustee Land, seconder, trustee Olivera. Okay, none opposed, the motion is carried. Secretary Treasurer's report, oh, hang on, I think I don't have no correspondence. Correspondent, oh, okay, good. Secretary Treasurer's report?
All right, last Thursday we had a public presentation of the riveting budget. We had a pretty good turnout. At this time, we're looking for approval of the 2017-2018 budget. The budget is balanced with revenue of $44,095,724. The special levy for 2017 at $8,697,977 is $2,106 lower than the 2016 special levy. The majority of residential taxpayers will be paying a slightly higher amount in school property taxes, 0.27% in 2017 compared to 2016. This time I ask for a motion that the 2017-2018 budget with expenditures $44,095,724 be approved.
Motion, second, trustee Olivera, seconder. Trustee Fitzpatrick, all in favor of that motion? Opposed, if any, the motion is carried. Okay, moving on to new business. Okay, new business. Trustee travel, myself and trustee Tucker are requesting board approval to attend the Canadian School Boards Association 2017 Congress and the National Trustee Gathering on Aboriginal Education being held in Whistler, British Columbia from July 5th to 8th, 2017. Recommendation that trustee Tucker and Chairperson Brady be approved to attend the CSBA 2017 Congress and the National Trustee Gathering on Aboriginal Education in Whistler, BC from July 5th to 8th, 2017. Okay. Can get a motion regarding this item? Trustee Land, seconder, trustee McDonald, all in favor? Opposed, if any? The motion is carried. Now, if there are any other trustees are interested in that, they still got a bit of time, just that the hotels kind of got scooped up fairly quickly, so we wanted to move on that a bit, but certainly other people should think about it and maybe let us know, maybe prior to spring break would be a good idea. Okay, correspondence. There is a bit of correspondence. I've got a few pieces of correspondence here. Okay. Simon Breakspear is presenting on Agile Schools, Agile Leadership, the Flexible Classroom, in association with the Manitoba Association of School Superintendents, and that is being held on Wednesday, August the 16th at the Victoria Inn in Winnipeg. So if anybody's interested, they can certainly let us know and we can get them registered. So that's something. And then trustees would have received the latest e-bulletin from the MSBA dated February the 15th, with information about our upcoming provincial convention, which is in 2 weeks' time. Okay, and I also have an invitation from Wapanuk School regarding the Families and Schools Together. It's their annual graduation. Thursday, March the 9th at Wapanuk Community School. I've gone to several of these over the years. This program is at least 10 years old by now, I'm thinking. I've been to many of those over the years. So anybody interested, it is a big feast, a big celebration, lots of kids running around, lots of fun. So that's coming up on Thursday, March the 9th. Okay, I think that's it for correspondence. Okay, committee reports, the fun stuff. Okay, policy committee.
We're having a meeting tomorrow.
Our second at 5:00 p.m. and so we'll have more to report at the next meeting.
Okay, second reading, procedural bylaw.
Sorry, I should have slowed that over. I
Yes.
didn't realize you were
I'm having
having IT
problems.
issues
I'm
over
having
there.
IT
That's
issues.
okay.
IT issues, no?
Yeah, so it's the second reading.
Okay, trustee Lychuk, take it away.
Yes. Okay, so I wasn't here for the last meeting, so we have to go, we went through the first meeting at the last, or the first
Yeah.
meeting last meeting.
Yeah.
So now we'll go through the second meeting, and this is just regarding procedural bylaw, section 2, meetings of the board.
I think it just means the,
So the resolution is that the procedural bylaw establishes rules and procedures for the guidance of the school board and its conduct of meetings. 3 readings are required for a bylaw. The first reading was given at the regular board meeting of February 14th. Our recommendation is that procedural bylaw 09/16, section 2, meetings of the board be given second reading.
Okay. All in favor of that?
You're moving it?
You're
Yeah.
moving it, seconder, trustee Land? Okay, all in favor of that motion? Okay, questions about this particular motion regarding meetings of the board? There's quite a bit of background information and lots of red ink with things crossed out. Okay, there was a discussion about physically present and all that. We went through all of that, and fairies.
So,
Yeah,
in terms of details given.
Not enough
so-
that prevented it from being here tonight for second reading.
That's right.
So let's roll.
Pass first reading with no amendments.
Yes, we did lots of work definitely in
Okay.
preparation.
Okay, okay. Okay, all in favor of that motion? Okay, opposed if any, the motion is carried. Moving on. Liz?
Deja vu all over again.
Yes, so procedural bylaw, so this one,
It's the third.
is the third reading, yes, for bylaw 0916, so same one. And so I'm asking for recommendation that this resolution be accepted,
You get the third reading.
be
right?
given third reading,
Okay,
yeah,
you're moving that motion?
please.
Okay, seconder, trustee Land, all in favor of that motion? Okay, opposed if any, the motion is carried. Okay. Okay, there's another procedural bylaw, different one. 11.1.3.
It's not out there yet.
This is, second reading.
Yes, that's
This
right.
one, the second reading.
So this one, second reading for procedural bylaw 0916, agenda preparation and dissemination. So I think the background was given at the last meeting, so I'm asking for a motion to accept this resolution to this bylaw.
You give it second reading?
Second reading.
Yeah, okay, moved by Liz Lychak, seconder. Trustee Land, all in favor of that motion? Okay, the motion is carried, unopposed. Okay, moving right along again. Okay, third reading on this one. Okay,
So let me catch up with it here. There you go. Yeah.
computers are slow tonight, okay?
Yes. Okay, so this is the third reading for procedural bylaw 0916, section 4, agenda preparation and dissemination. So I would like to make a motion that this third reading be accepted.
Okay, moved by trustee Lychak, seconder.
Somebody else
Okay,
can.
trustee Olivera, all in favor of that motion? Okay, opposed if any, the motion is carried. Okay, trustee indemnity bylaw 0117, first reading. You might want to read that part out,
Yeah,
because it was first time.
yes. So this is the first reading, trustee indemnity bylaw 0117, whereas section 56(1) to 3 of the Public Schools Act provides that a school board may, by bylaw, pay an annual and additional indemnity to the chairperson and to each trustee and reimburse its trustees, trustees-elect, or employees for expenses necessarily incurred while attending conventions or carrying out duties assigned or approved by the school board and at such rates and under such conditions as the board may determine. So 3 readings are required for this bylaw. I'm asking for a motion to accept this first reading.
Okay, moved by yourself.
To move.
Okay, seconder. Trustee McDonald, any questions on this? Okay, call, whoops, sorry.
Policy committee list? This is policy committee?
Yes?
It came through finance.
Through finance to policy?
Yes.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Anything, okay, Sandra, sorry.
This is page 3. It just has that the first reading occurred on February 14th, 2017, but we're having the first reading now.
Maybe
So we
this
just need to
is the
change
second-
those dates.
Is this the second reading and not the first?
No, it's the
First
first
reading.
reading. Just the first.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, it is, okay, it is the first reading. Okay? Okay,
I just wanted to ask too, I'm wondering if we had a bit of a discussion at the last meeting around this, and I don't think we had this conversation since then. Is there a further conversation we need to have based on that, or have we clarified the issue around meeting attendance. Is that specific to this or no?
No,
Okay.
This is,
this is how, yeah, and this is what needed to be updated. This is how we were operating, but it had never been updated in the procedure bylaw.
Okay. Yeah, remember the conversation about breakfast being a big one. Okay.
Okay, trustee Tucker?
So under the trustee indemnity bylaw, should the trustee indemnity claim form not be included?
It never has been.
Okay.
Like it's been an
I would say
appendix.
it could be an
perhaps?
appendix,
Yeah,
I think,
appendix
yeah.
or something, because
Would
it
you
would
like
seem
to
to
pass
me,
the policy committee? That's ridiculous.
it would just seem to me that the rules surrounding that, and there are some, yeah, right? Certainly, that, you know, I have to fill it out myself, and, you know, and all that kind of thing should be included in this bylaw, in the bylaw procedure, and that the document should be attached. So I don't think the work is quite done here, but it's a nice start. So I think that,
Do you want to make a friendly amendment then?
well, I just think that that should probably be referred to,
think it's.
yeah.
You can't make a friendly amendment to attach a document that we don't have.
Yeah, it's too big,
You could
so.
make a friendly amendment requiring that a document exist.
No, I'm just,
Do you
my
actually want the document?
recommendation, and I won't be making a recommendation to amend it all, but I would make a recommendation that that's just referred to either policy or finance and then policy, or however that goes. That comes to policy as well.
Let's bring it to finance and look that thing over and see what we can do with it.
And then it
Like,
can
I
come back.
know you just did, but let's have a look at it and see
Yeah.
if there are ways we can clarify it.
Because then that should be approved by the board, right? The whole, the changes that you made, which made it much clearer and, you know, then,
Yeah, I don't believe the form that has been vetted through the board
yeah,
was
right?
not being attached to the file.
Exactly.
So this is the time to do it.
Okay, so do we want to hold or table this first reading?
I think so. And then get everything in order and it can come back.
I don't,
Or,
I
I
think
don't
that,
You're gonna go that way.
You're
My-
delaying it a month, so does that matter?
I mean, at this point, what's happening in this procedure bylaw at the present time is how we're operating.
Right.
So, I mean,
Right.
that's not gonna change. So I think we could approve this and then put another,
right, and then just have another, make another.
Yeah.
whether
Let's go
you,
next.
yeah, whether you put a recommendation or task, finance or policy.
Right,
Put
because
another
that could be
recommendation.
3, 4, 5, 6 months right now, depending by the time it's all said and done. Could be next year.
Okay.
I've seen,
Okay, so we'll do it, we'll proceed with this one for voting and then finance will have it on their next agenda.
Bring it to
Dawn.
the finance meeting,
The next-
go through the numbers, all the policies.
Okay,
all right.
okay, so trustee Lychuk is moved this, seconder, did we already say all this? This is a couple minutes ago now, trustee Land, okay. All in favor? Opposed, if any? Motion is carried. Alrighty, moving on to Education Program Committee. Is there any more? No, there's no more.
We just met earlier today. and
Okay,
I think
good.
much of what we talked about, Superintendent Henderson alluded to, so I don't think I would necessarily add anything to that, other than to say that our next meeting is on April the 25th at 5 p.m.
Okay,
Unless Trustee McKenna had anything to add.
any questions, anybody?
Superintendent Henderson.
Okay, alrighty. Public Relations Committee, Ms. Fitzpatrick.
Met on, what day was that? February 23rd at noon. So we reviewed our budget, we had a discussion around staff appreciation for Education Week. So I will probably send out some information about that.
Public
and some dates
Education Week?
maybe.
It's called Public Education Week, I think?
We just celebrated as
Okay.
Education Week.
Okay, it's in April, right? Okay,
I don't know what week it is. Do you know what week it is in April? What week is it in April? Do you know?
It's that 18th, 19th, and that week.
okay.
And also the trustee talk, the community report for June. Someone's gonna need to sign up to do the trustee talk.
It's his turn. He's the last man
Yeah.
standing.
So if you can provide Cheryl with that, like June 1st-ish, would be good. Give her some time to get all the
There you go, Guido.
report together. And I think that's it. So I'll discuss with Lori which dates we're gonna choose, I guess, for the education week, and then I'll send it out to everybody.
Festivities.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, thank you very much. Moving on to finance, property, personnel, trustee McDonald.
We haven't met since last reported. Our next scheduled meeting is for March 14th at 4:30.
Okay,
And it's when badminton season starts, so I might be talking to the other committee members about where that fits around practice, because it depends how well our basketball teams do.
Exactly.
Everything always depends on that.
Exactly.
alrighty, anything else? Okay, we'll move along with trustee comments. We'll start with trustee Fitzpatrick, and we'll move this way.
I think Leslie wants to start. The only comments I have is that I'll be sending my regrets for the next board meeting.
Okay.
On, what day is that, March 14th? I have to send my regrets. I'll be out of town, so.
Thank you. Trustee Lightchuck?
Yeah, I just want to say that I had opportunity today to actually do a couple of things. I had opportunity to have the luncheon with Minister Squires, Rochelle Squires, today, and she held the round table regarding equality for women, and it was, I think it was a really well-attended event, and it was really nice to see the minister come forward and ask for feedback. One of her, under her portfolio is the status of women, so she was really interested in feedback from the women of our area and bring that forward, and I think there was a good cross-representation, even a few men in the crowd, so that was awesome. I had also opportunity today to be present at the end of the PACS training, and I just want to say that I'm a huge supporter of the mental health promotion initiatives, and there's huge evidence behind PACS regarding a number of areas, and especially mental wellness, but even in terms of suicide prevention and just increasing overall wellness of children and families. The evidence is very strong. So just the room was full. It was very positive. The presenters, one was from Tucson, Arizona, and the other one from Wisconsin, an Indigenous woman. And I thought that they, from what I caught, did seem to be well received. So I think it's really great that that's coming forward, and I think that our school board could really host the event and form those networks and support those networks across the north. So I was really proud to be there on a number of fronts and to be able to support that. So I just want to say thank you very much to us, I guess, you guys for, as a school board for hosting that. It's awesome.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Land?
A couple of comments from my usual informant around some of the activities, although the bulletin board at the high school is also bragging about the fact that the junior girls won zones for basketball. And I think it's next weekend that the senior teams will be at it for zones. So best of luck to those teams.
Okay, thank you. Trustee McDonald?
Yeah, and follow those teams on their Twitter account. They do a really good job of telling you what's going on almost real time. Had the opportunity to attend the opening for the Manitoba Winter Games. It was at Deerwood School today for noon. Superintendent Bartlett was also in attendance. Deerwood School and staff and students did a great job of making the whole thing an event. It went really well.
Thank you. Trustee Olivera?
I'll be sending my regrets for the next meeting as well on the 14th. I'm working night shift, so I won't be able to attend.
Okay. Trustee, thank you. Trustee Tucker?
Was that it?
He does, he's a man of few words.
All right.
Gives you more time,
I had much to say, I just wasn't ready. The Industrial Skills Trades Training Center, the school district of Mystery Lake has been participating in that since its inception. And it has, so I participated in a meeting, and we're going to discontinue our participation in that. Well, I mean, the whole management team itself is taking kind of a step back and taking hiatus from that work due to just all the circumstances of our region and province. So that is one less thing I have to do, which is too bad because I kind of like that one, but that's okay, I'll find something else. And I did participate in the Manitoba Research Alliance. They were in town with them, John Loxley, and I can't remember the other people, because, forgive me. And we were just looking at, they have some research money that they're really community oriented, so there was some just discussion on what we could do in Thompson, what questions we have, what burning questions we have to answer, and what we could do with that. And one of the ideas that came up was to look at, well, I mean, from a school district point of view, in my opinion, what we should look at is poverty and its impact on youth in education. So hopefully we'll be continuing that in some manner. I don't know what it looks like or anything. And the other things that are going to be researched and look like are things like housing and employment and supports, and Thompson's economy and archives, doing archiving of kind of the oral history and the oral story, the traditions around Thompson and the surrounding communities, is archiving some of those stories before they're lost. So that was a really great one. Really nice afternoon or day. And did you mention senior basketball zones this weekend, right? Okay. I thought so. I just wanted to say it again. Dawn. It's happening. It's happening. And yeah, they start at, I think, 2 o'clock on Friday. And I think the final games are 4 and 5 Saturday. Paul, do you happen to know? And I have really good basketball and some really strong teams. So come out and support our youth. I'll be there.
Okay, and I attended Westwood School this morning and was a judge in the science fair and learned all kinds of things about many various topics. And we have 3 teams from, I was with the grade 5s, I was judging the grade 5 projects, and we chose 3 from the group of 8, I believe, to move on to the regionals, which are in Flin Flon, Angela? It's in April. Okay. Okay, so there, and that was just from the grade 5s, and then there's a whole bunch more other grades and whatever, so that was lots of fun. And questions from the public regarding anything on the agenda? All those out in TV land there? No? Okay, thank you very much. And we'll call for an in-camera, when we'll go into in-camera in 10 minutes. So motion to adjourn and move into in-camera, okay? Trustee Tucker, seconder, trustee Fitzpatrick. All in favor? Thank you. Okay. Thank you.